For the latest updates from Japan, we're now joined by our correspondent Mike Fern in Tokyo. Mike, this is the biggest spill since the 2011 earthquake and tsunami triggered multiple meltdowns at the nuclear plant. So what's the situation at the plant at the moment, and has TEPCO found out a way to cap this leak?
Well, TEPCO workers have been labouring throughout the day to mop up this 300,000 litres of contaminated water which spilled from the storage tank and soaked into the ground near the plant. It was basically a 20 by 30 metre drum which was nearly full of contaminated water. They discovered Tuesday the water level had dropped by 3 metres and then the water had leaked out. There were concrete dikes that surround these drums, but they'd actually gone beyond those dikes and soaked into the ground. And this is water very contaminated. It contains radioactive strontium, radioactive cesium. If you are exposed to that in 1 hour, you would receive as much of a dose of radiation as a worker at the plant's allowed to receive within 5 years. Now, TEPCO says that they should manage to drain the rest of the tank by the end of today, and then they'll try to find out where the leak occurred. And they're also removing the contaminated topsoil from the area and disposing of that. Now, the Nuclear Regulatory Authority said today that they may have to check the rest of the drums. There's more than 1,000 of these storage tanks around the area to see if they would leak as well. This is part of an ongoing problem. Basically, 400 tonnes, 400,000 litres of water is pumped every day into the reactor and turbine buildings, highly radioactive, and they've been putting this into storage tanks. Some of the tanks that were set up after a leak in April, which was admitted to a couple of months later, they say are not as sturdy as some of the tanks that were installed earlier at the original start of the cleanup operations.
Well, Mike, now the nuclear regulators are saying the contaminated water leak can be classified as a level 3 and is assessed as a very serious incident. So give us a sense, how serious is a level 3 leak, a level 3 incident? How hazardous could it be?
Well, this is the International Nuclear and Radiological Event Scale, which runs from 0, which is no threat, to 7 for a major accident. There have only been 2 number 7s, which were Chernobyl and the height of the meltdown at Fukushima. A level 3 incident could mean that workers have been exposed to more than 10 times the permissible limit of radiation, also that there's severe contamination of specific areas, but a level 3 means that there is a very low probability of exposure to the general public. There have been 2 level 3s in Japan. One was back in 1997. That was an explosion at an asphalt plant which was run by the now disbanded Nuclear Fuel Development Corporation. The other one was when the cooling system got knocked out at Fukushima after the quake and tsunami in 2001, which resulted in the meltdowns, and then we had the upgrade to a level 7.